video with the service rig. We'll do some backcountry roads, do a little bit of highway, and see what shakes down. We are dodging rain showers right now, so this will be kind of fun. I got some holes in my floorboard on the driver's side, but with the weather, it'll be another week or two at minimum before I can actually drive this thing. So I was like, you know what? I'll put some real duct metal tape on the bottom of my floorboard like a redneck hillbilly that I am, and we're just gonna send it. So far, it runs pretty good. Full disclaimer, I did drive this up and down a mile or two from my house just to make sure nothing catastrophic would explode, which it should be caught on camera, so make an absolute fool of myself, but I just had to make sure I had all three gears, because it takes a little while to set up the cameras, or at least it does for me. What is this, late March, and yeah, none of the trees are really blooming yet. Hey, they're just starting to. These are some of the oak trees here, but still pretty cold outside, cold and wet. So far, runs fantastic. Charging at a little over 14 volts. Temperature is normal. Oil pressure gauge reads 3/4. This is very good. I dumped plenty of fuel in here. There will be an episode. I want to do what the miles per gallon is on this thing, but I got to fill the tank all the way up, and considering it's an 80-gallon tank, I don't have money for that. I put just enough in there I could drive around for a few weeks, but we'll do a miles per gallon assessment with this thing later, and a future installment here on my Dumpster Fire channel. Yes. So far, we've got a nice little weather break. We run on rain showers. I'll show you guys the washer, the windshield wipers. They are so slow. They work, but they're safe enough. But whew, get caught in a torrential downpour, I don't know if they'd be able to keep up. You might have to put Rain-X wax, windshield wax on it. That'd be a lot better than these slow things, but we'll see what shakes down. One's great. When you get into the secondaries on this thing, whoa, sounds good. Hopefully the GoPro cameras will be able to pick it up. I need to get a better recording system in here, but GoPros are all I got. And just like any started business, you know, it takes a while to build things up, you know? So we work with what we got. Oh, those are those black. Oh, there's a Chevette. Chevette, yeah, Chevette. You guys want to buy a Chevette? Will it start? Will it run and drive? Those are raspberries, but they're like the, I don't know what they call it, the black type. I can't remember what they're called. Never eaten them before. It's not too loud. The glass packs are. I thought it would be a lot louder. It's more louder when you're outside, but once this cab is sealed up, it's not bad. Now come summertime, I gotta roll the windows down. I don't know how loud or obnoxious it is. I might shoot the exhaust out sideways instead of having it resonating right below the utility box, but hey ho, it's good enough. Ooh, this heater does work. I gotta turn it down a little bit. So a little demonstration to show you. We got all gears. There's first gear. Second gear, and third gear, and we'll show you overdrive when we get onto the road. the main road. A main road, the highway. Yes, if you haven't noticed yet, my fasten seatbelt is my left turn light and my brake light is my right turn light. There's some jankety jank stuff going up in there, so where I'm gonna have to sort that one out. Okay, so when we're driving up and down the road, Gear Vendors automatically programs the overdrive to come in at 45 miles an hour. Now this LED down here, there's one red and one green. The red means the system is armed, meaning the brain box has got power, and you'll see it go from red to green when the overdrive gear actually kicks in about 45 miles an hour. So let's go ahead and demonstrate that. And shifted in overdrive. Nice, fantastic. And we'll get wrapped to highway speeds here. Perfection. Snow up in them there hills. Snow level's supposed to get out like 700 feet tonight, but I don't think we'll see any snow. I don't have tire change for this thing anyways. I gotta go use the blue room. Or as you guys say in the UK, the loo. Or the water closet. It's not really a water closet though, is it? So. I'll be right back. Hold up. All better. Feel the hubs. Oh, they're stone cold. That one's cold. This one's a little bit warmer, but not bad. Still very cold though to the touch. Very cold. And that one's pretty cold. Looks like I might have a little bit of a gasket seal going there. I may have to put another one on. I had to adjust my brakes a little bit, so I had to take it off camera, but wheel bearings are good. Nothing super heated up. Excellent. Okay. Okay. See that new Honda Pilot right there, guys? That's not a real truck, because those are front wheel drive. It doesn't have the big block V8 like we do. Alright. Alright. Thank you, sir. Alright. This is a real truck. Sorry, I'm tapping into my inner Jeremy Clarkson. Now let's see if we can hear them secondaries on the camera when they open up. You can hear a little bit more popping in the muffler. There you go. Now you hear that popping when the glass packs? Yeah, that's when the secondaries open up. And my miles per gallon goes down to miles, or gallons per feet, not gallons per mile. Don't want to do that too much because I don't want to. Those piston rings are still breaking in. I'm still on my, of course, I'm got, you know, maybe 20 miles on this. I'm using my braking oil right now, so breaking in an engine. Obviously, I refurbished it. I really didn't rebuild it, but some cruising driving, a little bit of aggressive, not too aggressive, stop-go traffic, highway driving. You want to put it all into the mix it all up as evenly as you practically can. So far, no problems whatsoever. And it drives pretty straight too. Let go of the wheel, it's mostly, I mean, yeah, there's a crown in the road, but honestly, it's not that bad. We will have to get into the alignment shop, but there's more problems that I found out when prepping this thing for our road trip today, or road test today, rather. Must be a hunter, must be, oh, looking at the ducks, little quackers. I was looking at geese there for to be hunting geese. Of course, geese are out of season, so that wouldn't make any sense. No, as far as the alignment goes, so I put the front passenger steer tire back on. I set it down to the ground, and I noticed the tire tweaked a little bit when I set it down on the ground, or rather tweaked this way. My kingpins and my kingpin bushings are shot in the front end, which means I gotta tear the whole front suspension off to do those bushings. And then I think, no, I'm just gonna drive this thing. I got the tires for like $50 a piece. If they prematurely wear out, I'm not too worried about it. It may cost me, you know, it's not very economical to do that, but the whole truck has not been economical. It's like, you know, I just want to drive this thing. So we got kingpin and kingpin bushings we got to do. And again, before we do the alignment, we also have to remember when we do that. Wow, I don't know where I was going with that. Okay. And another reason we'll have to do an alignment obviously after you do the kingpins, your camper's going to be all out of whack again. I might put new springs in here as well, suspension springs, because I noticed that my driver's side sits up a lot higher than my passenger side, and I think the springs, you know, 300,000 miles, 30 years old, those springs, you know, they're just slowly collapsing on themselves. So I got to, I feel like I should replace those as well. So, based upon all of those factors, I'm not going to throw it in the alignment shop quite yet. Another reason why we want to send it into the alignment shop after I get the front end rebuilt is the 460 I put in here is a lot heavier than the original 400 motor we had in there. So again, heavier motor in the front end, you're going to have more camber in the front end due to that weight. It may not be much. I don't know what the actual differences are, but there's that Chevy. Or is that International? What pace is it? I think it was Chevy. And it's based upon that, after you do an engine swap like that, once again, it's going to do the alignment in on it. But we got to do kingpins and bushings first. And one of you guys said, you know, if I was you, no, I'd do that right now when the engine was out. Well, I did it, and I kind of regret it now, but oh well. More content, I guess. But for now, I'm really stoked. Very happy with this pickup so far. It's been a pill, but sometimes when I'm recording this, I had to walk away for a week or two. So if you see me not upload, so you know, I just gotta walk away from the sake of being a pill, things you know, not going quite right. And I just gotta step away from a little bit, catch my breath, put it aside for a week or two, come back at it later. So when building a YouTube channel, I view it as kind of like building a business. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. You're in it for the long haul. Sometimes you need mental breaks. Sometimes I need those too sometimes. So if you don't see me upload, everything should be just fine. I'll update you guys all in the community tab. Don't worry about it. But really happy this thing's back on the road. get the on the asphalt here in a little bit. I like test driving my vehicles to the countryside first, because if I have a breakdown, you just coast off the side, sort yourself out. A lot safer too, instead of cars whizzing by you, blowing you off the road. Oh, look, we got a rain shower coming in. Whoa, those are deep potholes. Woo! I missed those. As far as the suspension goes, this thing's very bouncy. Now, with an unladed pickup like this, like 3/4 ton, a 1 ton pickup, like a Ford F-250, 350, you know, Dodge 2500, 3500, etc. It's really bouncy because there's no weight to it, and it's not bad. The one good thing about duals is when you're driving over bumps, it's a little bit smoother back there because your wheels are straddling a wider area. So even if you hit a pothole, the other tire, if the pothole is small enough, the other tire will actually keep you from sinking into that pothole. So it actually offers you a little bit better of a ride, sort of. I mean, if the pothole's too big, then you'll sink into it and it will bam. But dualies can offer you a slightly smoother ride. Oops, we got a bit of weather blowing in. So with the wipers, there's only 2 speeds, or 3 positions: off, low, and high. This is low speed. It's not very good, but it works. And this is fast. That's high speed. Oh, that was solid. I didn't miss that one. Ooh, definitely touched out the suspension there. So yeah, the wipers there, that's slow. I mean, they work, but they are pretty lethargic. Hey, you gotta remember, this thing was sitting out in a farmer's field for, I don't know, 10, 15 years. So I'm sure all the linkage is rusted up and it might take a while to break it back in. And or the windshield wiper motor itself is completely worn out, which wouldn't surprise me, but hey, guess who got a spare bolt nose just in case? I think it still has the wipers motor on it. Oh, looks like getting a bit of pale too. Wonderful. Here comes the pavement. Nice Chevy box. So one thing, we need a crane on ours. But those go for a couple $1,000s a piece, and I've got tractors with 3 points as well as cherry pickers. We can work without a crane on here or crane hoist here in the meantime, but definitely on the shopping list someday, one day. It really is nice to have a delay on your wipers. I don't think that, shoot, I don't know if that kind came with the OBS cords. I don't think the brick nose 87 to 92, 91, 3, I can't remember when OBS started. I don't think, yeah, I think the brick noses were 2 speeds as well. I don't think the delay on the windshield wipers came until the OBS and the early mid-90s, but oh well. First world problems. That's a pure unadulterated American power. Yes. Fantastic. another thing I gotta do on my to-do list for this rig. Some of the cabinet boxes don't close all the way. Some of the metal is gone where the latch is on the body side, not on the latch side, but on the body side. So one of them actually have a, I have bungee cord holding it shut so the doors don't flop out, but they do need some TLC as well as putting better locks in there. The old locks are so crusty the key hardly works with them. I still have much to do on this thing, that's for sure. You guys enjoying it so far? We can continue on the scenic route, I suppose. What are you slowing down? Oh, that sounds good. Not gonna lie. Honestly, I love that overdrive unit. So what I'll do here, based upon my gear ratios, what I have, I'm going to post a picture up here. And I'll show you guys what my RPMs would have been before and what they would have been after. So there's 60 miles an hour or 100 kilometers an hour for their international viewers, and it drives straight. It's a little slight pull to the right, but honestly it stays in the lane for the most part. I'm really pleased with that. I think the tie rods are okay. There wasn't any slopping them, but for an old American vehicle, it's pretty good. I'm very well impressed with it. Steering box, of course, as it's typical, needs to be tightened up. I can show you guys that in a later video. There's a little screw on the box. In fact, the jam nut up, screw it down a little bit. There's a little bit of a procedure in it, but there's not a whole lot of slop. There's a bit of a slop, only about an inch or so, but it's not bad. It's not bad. I'm not fighting it. I'm not trying to fight it to keep it on the road. It's not wandering much at all. Well pleased with that. I'm hoping hitting the bumps, a lot of the ground straps will get loose and solve some of my electrical issues. That'd be nice. It's just the turn lights. I don't know why they're reversed. I put LEDs on there, in there. I don't know why it does that. Why my brake light is my left turn and my fasten safety belt light is my left turn or right turn. I don't remember which one. You see that? I don't know why it does that. There's only one electrical connector that goes into the printed circuit board. So I don't know how that got messed up. Whatever. We're just gonna send it. I mean, the lights work on the outside. All four of them do, so I'm legal. It's kind of irritating. Oh, my vehicles, they are a life of mystery. Vehicles of mystery. doesn't work. Ah, good luck finding somebody who can rebuild those. Oh well. That's why I got my little box, speaker box. When I go off camera, I can play my copyrighted music until we get a proper stereo system in here. Yes. I do have cassette decks. I got cassette tapes still. Oh yes. I'm not gonna put them in there though. I don't want them eaten up. Shift point there for second gear is a little soon. The vacuum modulator on the transmission, it's adjustable. I've got the adjustable type. I got back that screw either in or out to adjust it so it shifts. There's a delay in the shift a little bit. There is a bit of a flat spot in the carburetor when you're getting up to cruise. Once you're cruising, it's not bad. I'm thinking it might need more fuel. So what I'm going to have to do is buy the Edelbrock tuning kit. It's all got a bunch of springs and rods for about $50. And I'm going to have to just play with some combinations and see if I can get rid of that flat spot. I hear a little bit of a popping. It's too quiet on camera, but I think it's a little bit on the lean side. So I'll have to, I think what I'm first going to do is I'm going to adjust the spring for the rods when they pull in and out. So the rods will be able to open up a lot sooner, dump more fuel in there. I think I'll start with those springs first, but we'll see what happens. More work to be done as usual. Look a little bit dark. Yeah, I think she's still on the lean side of it. Not bad, but considering I tweaked with the timing with the governor springs inside of the distributor, I'm not surprised I have to tinker with the carburetor a little bit. Try to find some springs or rods or jets or whatever to help it out. Now see, I'm in overdrive right now. I want to go to a lower gear so I can turn the overdrive off with the foot pedal switch. And I'll have me step it down. That basically turns it off. And then when I want overdrive again, I'll simply click it back on. There you go. It's kind of like your modern switch on here for your overdrive to turn it on and off on trucks, or you might have it on the dash somewhere. Another nice feature. The overdrive unit does not see an engine load, so it's up to you, the user, to decide if you need to get in or out of it. It strictly sees miles per hour. That's all it can see. So you gotta help it out a little bit, but shoot, it's a great solution. Especially if you've got tall gears in the back. Station time. Hopefully it powers. Oh, it doesn't like the power. Oh, is it on? Yeah, they got the power on. Yay! Right then. So what we got then? Do another wheel bearing check shortly thereafter. Okay. We've got 3,600 on the steers, 4,600 on the drives. looks like, if I'm sitting barely on the scale right, we're sitting in at 8,200 pounds. Cool. Cold to the touch. Cold to the touch again. Excellent. Cold. And cold. Nice. I don't see anything major leaking. That's good. Now you may be asking yourself, you guys have a few times, well, what's up with the service truck? Well, I have a lot of family, I have a lot of friends that said, hey, you know, I love your channel. I've got some cars I'd like for you to come and rescue and get going again, or I need some repairs on it. Can you help me? And a lot of them I said, sure. You know, I'll give you zero or little to free labor if I put it on camera, because you guys will be being able to help fund that through watching the ads. I know everyone hates ads, but that's how that's how this channel is will one day sustain itself. Right now I have to subsidize it with my 9-to-5 job. But anywho's, so I worked it out with a lot of family members and friends of mine, and for little to nothing, they'll get their cars going again as long as they supply the parts for the most bit, and they'll be creating more content for you guys. So this is my roll around toolbox, if you will, to go to point A to point B, to go to them, go to other people, the friends and the family, and just go all over creation. Or if I see a fun little something we want to pick up for the channel, then we just jump in the service rig, go get a car trailer, and go collect some more toys or tools or whatever. So this will be basically my big roll around toolbox, is basically what it is. In the meantime, it's starting to rain, so I gotta wrap this up before my camera melts. Go check out Sorted George Garage. That's what you're going to do next. You can click the link in the description down below for his channel. Wonderful British guy working on the 66 Chrysler New Yorker, working on turn signal lights and brakes. How exciting. But please do go check him out. He's a really awesome character, and we both plan to one day meet up in person and destroy the internet with our over-enthusiastic personalities. So please go check him out. In the meantime, I've got some more off-camera stuff to do. Yes, we got the Chrysler New Yorker still to work on as well, and I finally got this thing up and running and driving for the most bit. It'll be just fine for the summer, and hopefully it'll start allowing me to videotape a lot more stuff to bring content to the masses. So as always as ever, thank you for watching. We'll catch you guys on the flip side. Roger, AT-10-4 over and out.